I have a question for Mr. Merz. So today you are announcing the energy island Bornholm, but the Danish government is making new regulation that will allow other countries to put wind parks on Danish soil or waters. Is this something the German government wants to go ahead with, creating not just Bornholm, but more wind parks in Danish waters? And a question for all the three of you. I have heard so many speak today about geopolitics, energy security. And I would like to ask if Trump's remarks on windmills and gas dominance, energy dominance, actually is speeding up Europe's investments in wind energy.
We have had a common energy policy in the European Union for many years, which, however, has not yet been reflected in joint energy projects. We are doing this for the first time now by launching a joint energy project between Denmark and Germany. I think this can also serve as an example for other countries to cooperate in a similar way. In any case, I am very grateful to the Danish government for taking this path with us. I want to point out that it also has additional advantages because the interconnectors will allow electricity to flow in both directions, both to Denmark and to Germany. We can both benefit from this, and I will not tire of repeatedly saying in Germany that we simply need more energy to get a grip on high prices. We cannot subsidize them through the state permanently.
Because, of course, as the nice gentleman has pointed out, we're in a bit of trouble with the energy prices due to the war that Russia has caused on Europe, and due to the fact that not everybody in the world is participating in our vision of clean energy, and that we have, of course, across the Atlantic, a partner who has been making very derogative remarks about wind energy and has gone in full for fossil fuels, which also puts us in a bit of difficulty to get the marriage done between the energy transition on the one hand and the competitivity of our industry on the other hand. It will not be a surprise to you that this was a topic at a roundtable discussion with the private sector. This was the topic. How do we get it done? How do we finance it with certainty for decades in a very uncertain world, and with the rest of the world that isn't really engaging in the energy transition as we would have liked it in Europe? So we'll take all that in consideration and take the best possible decision we can. Tendering the offshore wind park, new capacity of offshore wind, but the scale of the project, that's still a question mark for me, as it is for you, and will remain a question mark for the time being.
Thank you. Prime Minister Frederiksen.
Maybe just to add one point. I mean, now we have been able to take a very, very important decision within the European Union to phase out fossil fuels from Russia. And I think, or I hope, that all Europeans can see now that it was a huge mistake to be dependent on Russian fossil fuels. We should never have done that. And now we have to make sure that we will have no dependencies on other countries outside Europe, not only on energy, on everything. And that's why I think nobody can discuss energy without discussing security, and nowadays you cannot discuss security without discussing energy. So we have to scale up, we have to speed up, and we have to be able to produce the energy that is needed for our households and for our businesses.